Good Bad Ugly podcast. We've got Ali today.
Yo!
I've asked him several times to be in focus. I've asked him several times to sit in the middle. He don't want to, so...
I'm famous now, I do what I like. Where's my sunglasses?
He's famous on TikTok.
I need a glass of water
Can I finish
from the mountains of Zamunda with 3 ice and 2 bubbles in it only. Otherwise I'm going to be very upset.
Look, I've created. You want to do the intro? No? Okay. Welcome to Good Bad Ugly podcast. What's going on, people? Today, you know I'm going with that. Yeah, we got Patreon. I did.
Money.
It's £4 because the lowest I tried to make it something silly like £1, but taxes involved or some stupidness like that. So I wanted to make it 20 pence or something silly, but they would advise me not to. So I made it £4. I think that's the lowest. Something silly like that. So from now on the shows will be you're gonna get what? How long should we give him free? 10-15 minutes? I didn't even know he was watch.
What did you ask me?
10. We'll give him 10 minutes free. 15 minutes free.
15. Round it up.
15 more minutes free of videos from now on. Will be for everybody, buddy. And then anything after that for the Patreon people that want to pay £4. Bear in mind, £4 that go to me, I will more than likely give it to charity, or I will give it away in merchandise on this show. I'm just gonna say from now on, your mic is there. So if you start talking and you don't talk into the mic, I'm just gonna look at you awkwardly.
That seems to make me feel mistakes.
You
Because
are?
I haven't actually you've been given the chance to mess up yet. He's blaming me for your out of shop business.
No, this is all you. That's all only for all the mistakes that you're gonna make already, okay?
Wow. Okay, good team, go ahead. So today's show is about Carnival. We just had Carnival, bro. How was it? Did you go?
It was epic.
Did you go?
No. It was the best thing I've never been to.
Wait, have you been to Carnival?
I don't think so.
You've never been to Carnival?
I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Why didn't you tell me this before we started the show?
You didn't ask me. You assumed.
Haven't all black people been to Carnival now?
I think it's alright. It's like the holy place.
You think? I know Eugene had fun.
Oh yeah, Eugene's definitely the carnival. Eugene is the carnival.
Okay, but what was the consensus inside the Met? Because obviously, we're in 2 different commands. So what were you hearing from the mainstream?
Naturally, well, there was a few pockets of people that was like, I loved it, but again, that was a very small percentage. Most people were like, ugh. Well, and because I'm so annoyingly over empathetic, whenever I'm like hearing people's views and opinions and comments, I put myself in their shoes to see. I try and understand why they feel like how they do, and I do it to the point where I get angry about. I can fully feel how they feel, and it's none of my business. But yeah, naturally, most people were not happy. They were like, "Oh, it's carnival." I can imagine it's going to be annoying and really difficult to police or to work it.
You think?
Fair.
I've done it like 5-6 years.
You're a god, okay? Nothing applies to
Wow,
you. But to normal people, it will be quite difficult, especially if it's your first one or your 100th one. Either way, it's going to be long.
Carnival's live.
But it's great. I think it's great. I think it would be amazing. I just can't deal with that many people. That would ruin me.
Working Carnival, I've done it a few times now, and the only parts of Carnival, working Carnival, I don't like is actually just being at work.
As opposed to attending.
Do you know what, actually, I wish I could have a mixture, because trying to get out of Carnival if you're not working is a mission, and while working...
I didn't get put on for it this year.
You are?
I didn't get put on for it this year. I think I will go and
They forgot about you.
No, that's because
There's a microphone.
when he was you were in training school when they were doing the planning for it. So you were in the role.
No, but loads of people in my cohort got put on it. I don't know.
Just forgot about you.
They legit forgot.
Sorry.
It's my special power. Just being visible.
So you can reverse it, don't worry, I'll tell the people next time.
Oh yeah, no. It's definitely gonna happen. I lucked out. I get depending on who you talk. Lucked out. Yeah, but next year I'll be there. I'm pretty sure I'll be there. I think it'd be quite interesting to police. See how people interact with police and stuff like that. Saying that, I saw that video of that girl getting the dirtiest wine that she didn't ask for.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Against
From a couple of years ago.
Was that a couple of years ago?
Against the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically sexual assault.
Basically. Yeah. But that happens. I think just generally there was a lot of new people that went to the event to police it. So it's overwhelming in that sense. And then you're thinking, wow, okay, I'm here, that's number one. I just really hope nothing happens that I have to deal with, because I'm just gonna be overwhelmed. I don't know. When essentially it'll be the same as policing anywhere else, but they added 200,000 people.
1.3 million they said. 1.3 million approximately. So, but they think that there was more.
When was the last carnival that you did?
So obviously we missed 2. Was it 3? So the one, yeah, 3. We missed 3 carnivals.
So before they missed them, you was at it. Yeah. How was it? Did you love it?
I enjoyed carnival. Carnival was great. We luckily I worked 2 of them with people I know, and it's great. Level 2 carnival. The annoying bits are you're wearing all that kit and you are just hot. It's done because you're wearing the flame retardant stuff, then you're wearing all the pads underneath, and then you're wearing the tracksuit bottoms underneath, and then you're wearing a vest. And then I hate being sticky or wet. Like, I just hate it. Yeah. It gets to me too much.
Just stewing in your own juice.
Exactly. And then no one really cares. And going to the toilet is nearly impossible because you have to take it for that.
Just do it, man. Just do it.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah,
no, don't want to.
I wouldn't recommend it.
If I ever get level 2, I wear nothing underneath. What's the point?
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
If I need to go to, I'm just gonna
I
go.
feel like with your mind, you said you had actual training, and then they asked you to go into, because you can't wear your flippers inside the cafeteria where the training centre is. And then they schooled you like and then you just walk past, but then nothing but the carpet.
I did. Just walking out there with booty outside.
When you worked it, what was the discourse between your colleagues? Did everyone around you also like it, or they all hate
put it
it?
this way, 99% of the non-black or Asian, or none of the ethnics, I'm gonna go black and Asian, were like, we hate carnival. And when you asked them why, they couldn't put their finger on it. It was no. They hate working.
Did anybody say why they didn't like it?
No, they hate working carnival. But it doesn't come out when you ask them. It's not I hate working carnival. It's I hate carnival. Do you get me? So you now have to narrow down. Do you actually dislike carnival as a police officer from only that perspective, or do you not like carnival? All of it. Everything about it. And this is what people don't articulate well enough. It's like, I hate carnival.
I mean, because I don't think there's anything wrong with, it's too busy, I hate working it, it's long. It's busy, it's blah, 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 blah. If you just don't like crowds or whatever, fair. But if you're like, I hate carnival and you need to cancel it, it's like, whoa, that's a little.
Well, that's what everyone's feeling. And this is what I don't understand. That when you're on level 2, you are given a sector, which is an area, and you just stick to that. And you normally just stand against the wall, or you find something to put your back against, obviously, because you want people behind you, and that's it. You deal with whatever really happens in that area. Some people I don't like crowds. It's like the crowds are normally situated more into the road. I'm down by where's the bridge? The train station. I can't remember what train station it is. What train station is it?
Ladbroke Grove.
Probably Ladbroke Grove Station. Done that twice. That's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy. But we had an alleyway. So we had there was an escape route for us.
That alleyway.
No, it wasn't even holding the alleyway. It's like where we were, but we were like spread out and we had the wall, and it was cool. You could see everyone. And although there was one year where there was like mad crashing,
Yeah.
Where, like, I don't know what happened down the road, but everyone started sprinting and there was literally a stampede. And I remember, like, the inspector saying, "Oh, stop them." I'm like, "What? All 10,000 of those people running towards me?" But other than that scenario, Leopard Grove, the station, that always gets packed. But you just stay out of the way, you chill.
I can't. Yeah, now that you've said that, I can't imagine it being any more than that. What else is there to dislike?
No, but there's nothing to dislike. You've got
because you're literally you're there, you're showing presence. There's loads of you. There's more than enough of you to deal with something if anything did happen.
I mean, there's not more than enough of us.
Not more than that, but I mean, if 5 people start fighting, it's like 12 of you.
Yeah, what happens is normally it's a minority, so it's not the whole crowd.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there'll be nothing to do with whatever happens there and then. It'll probably be like 2 people fighting, or somebody's passed out, or whatever. So you're not alone. So like 9
times out of 10, the crowd help you.
I mean,
I get it's uncomfortable position to be in. It's not ideal.
No, of course.
When I've never had a problem. The problems are there's not enough officers. I'd rather have more space. You know, there's obviously issues with it, and like it's a silly place. Like having the carnival on like 3 streets with 1.3 million is just a silly idea. But Blackwood Grove, that's always the same, been there. What's the other one where it's the square? Do you remember that one? I can't remember. There's a bit where it's got like a park in the middle and it goes like uphill and there's a bridge where you there's a walkway bridge over there and they shut that off. And it's where a lot of the sound systems, not the sound systems, the stages were.
Oh, what, Rampages?
I don't even know if it was Rampage. But yeah, there's places like that which are pretty easy to be honest because there's just a whole bunch of people and they're actually not moving because they want to take part in whatever's happening on the stage. So that's pretty straightforward. But yeah, man, the only issues I had with Carnival was the logistics were a bit rubbish, which is like, well, it's hard to police. So
yeah,
and that's about it. The reality of the situation is you're there, you might like just enjoy it.
You might as well just enjoy it.
You might as well have fun.
Like, I mean,
because no one's stopping you from having fun.
No. And generally people are going to be, like, despite contrary to popular belief, like, normal people don't have a problem with police. They quite like police. So, just being there, you're not going to get any aggro from anybody. People are more going to want to interact with you positively.
Yeah, you do a lot of positive interaction.
Yeah. And if that is part of what you don't like about it, I mean, it's if you don't like it, you don't like it. It's very hard sell to try and convince somebody why you don't like it, other than saying like,
yeah,
there's too many black people here. It's making me nervous. I've seen Top Boy. I know what you guys are capable of. I don't like it. So
you're never gonna hear that from a police officer, or not in public. No. I can say I've never heard anyone say that before.
No, you'll never ever hear that.
Yeah,
I guess the sentiments are there, I guess.
But the thing is, what you find is you see the comments on the internet, which I'm an active participant on, and then you just see all the hating on it. There's just there's so many people that really dislike Carnival, and the joke is, if you're not level 2, level 3s are normally behind the gate, or behind literally. They're not out just walking up and down the streets. They're not there. They're normally placed somewhere where they need to sort of make like, I don't know. Do they even do like filter cordons and stuff like that? The level 3s.
They do get talk. There's level 3 cordoning, but I can't remember it.
Yeah, exactly.
You hold onto someone's belt and stuff like that. I mean, that still happens, but I think level 3s is what that to a certain degree.
I remember one year the level 3s were cannon fodder. Literally, they were getting pelted. We've come around the corner level 2, and they were whoever was in charge was like, don't really want to put your helmets on, and people were like, they're throwing stuff at us. Like they are like the crowd are physically throwing stuff at us. Yeah. Can we put like this is what my helmet's for to protect my head? And they're like, nah. And level 3s were absolutely getting pelted, and it was just silly. So, but I think those are some of the issues that Carnival does present. If there's mass disorder, but it's very rare that there's mass disorder.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it's a lot, just kind of like any other event where there's loads of people. Like,
So no, that's the only, but that's the biggest event. Basically.
but this is it's just a lot bigger.
1.3 million people on what 4 or 5 streets.
So, and when you put that into context, that compared to how much crime there was, like what 209 arrests out of 1 million people. Like, what's the percentage?
Yeah, if you do the maths, 200 out of 1 million.
Out of 1 million is
so
what?
Point two.
Tell us in the comments.
It's 0.2.
I don't know.
No, it's not even that. It's
but it's
0.0.
That's very small, and that's what again the media. I think. Like, it's not that deep.
No, because people don't take it in the context of numbers. What they say is this event had this, like, unfortunately, one person died this year. Was murdered.
Yeah.
That's sad. Like, it's messed up. But people will highlight those numbers and be like, okay, one person is too many, and I agree. One person in anything is one too many.
Yeah.
But then if you compare it to other events, it's like, well, it's still lower than other. There's nothing to compare it to because there's nothing There's nothing in the UK that has 1.3 million. People, like, this is what frustrates me.
Glastonbury?
No, not. It's inside the park, no?
It's in the field.
Yeah, it's in the field.
Also, it's not policed by the Met.
It's not policed by the Met.
So when those comparisons are made, I generally tend to raise an eyebrow purely because
it's just not comparable.
It's like the same thing because they're saying, well, how many people go to Glastonbury? Look what happens in Glastonbury. I understand where they're coming from a national perspective. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But when you're saying the Met could do this better, you can't take you can't compare the two because look how the Met police Glastonbury. Well, no, because they don't go.
Because they don't.
Unless there's something called mutual aid, but even then they wouldn't be the leaders on this.
Yeah. Well, we've got wireless. I think wireless is. I'm trying to think of another.
I don't think.
And wireless is. And do you know what's funny?
Numbers.
What's funny is people give the example of why don't you put it in a park? It will be much better. Have people seen what happens with wireless when people push down the
whole side
and jump in and just flood the whole thing?
Why did it say it's mildly comparable? It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's. Oh, that's someone did make that comment. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve because it's centralised.
But
it's policed by the Met. It's also a forced working day.
It's ticketed.
Far more comparable. Yeah, now it's ticketed, but even then, it's at least ticketed.
No.
You have to flood the streets.
Yeah, can I answer that comment? It's ticketed to go up until the wheel. So you know when you get really close.
Yeah.
But outside of that,
everywhere else.
People still literally go to the area and stand everywhere. And we still have to police that. And when people make those examples, especially like where I'm on the internet, like giving examples, I'm like, bro, come on, like you use your logic. It's clearly people that have never done that age are making this like, oh yeah, put it in a park. It's like, so you've never seen wireless. It's like, oh yeah, ticket it. Well, have you seen what happens in New Year's? It doesn't matter. People will. How do you ticket? Even if you put Carnival inside Wembley Stadium, what's Wembley? Oh no, the Tottenham one, isn't it? Isn't that the biggest one now? It was 100. Or Old Trafford. You can't even put it Old Trafford. It's be London. So it'll be Wembley. Or even if they did Fulham or Chelsea because it's still in West London. What are you gonna do?
I don't think the Chelsea fans will stand for that.
I don't think the Chelsea fans will stand for that.
Given their political history, no offence to anyone.
Chelsea.
But I don't think they celebrate Caribbean culture.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's the problem. That you've got it in a specific area for a specific reason. Then you've got a bunch of officers not understanding the reason behind why it is exactly in that place.
Culturally, it's important. It's part of British history.